If you've been struggling with your health and are looking to support your health and well-being in more natural ways from a mind, body, spirit perspective, you've come to the right place. Hey, I'm Michelle. Welcome back. So I thought I'd share with you my personal story today of how I became a yoga therapist and why I'm so passionate about health and wellness. So like many good stories and many good sources of inspiration, it was born out of pain and struggle. Before that pain and struggle, I had a happy childhood where I was very physically active. I was always into moving around. I took dance classes, gymnastics. I climbed whatever I could get my hands on. And then that interest morphed in college where I experimented with different types of exercise like Pilates and step classes, aerobics, and I even tried a pole dance fitness class. And I loved it so much that I actually taught it for 10 years after college. So another thing that I discovered in college was yoga. And my dad took me to my very first yoga class, and I remember feeling incredibly calm and centered after. And it was very different from the other exercises that I've tried over the years. I love that it involved the mind and the spirit as well as the physical bodily practice. And so I continued yoga, but it was off and on because it didn't resonate with me as much just yet, because at that time in my life, I was solely interested in what my body looked like and I wanted to work it out to look a certain way. So I did do the yoga, but it was more for the physical aspect, and I thought it would be really cool to get my leg behind my head, which is so not the point of yoga, by the way. Anyway, more on that for another video. But yoga really ended up becoming my lifeline in 2012, years later, when my mom was diagnosed for the 9th time with cancer. Now, she had had breast cancer 9 times over 18 years. It came back every 2 years, and that 9th time she got it, it metastasized into her bones, and she was given 6 months left to live. So I was devastated. My mom was my best friend, my soulmate. She was everything to me. I went to her for anything and everything. And, you know, just even watching her over those 18 years, getting poked and prodded. She went through chemotherapy, radiation, double mastectomy. She had countless surgeries, countless medications. And it was really hard to see her go through this and to see her especially go through this when she's doing everything that the doctors told her to do, and yet she still died. And that was my first awakening, where I got really just frustrated with the healthcare system and with, seeing things that just weren't working. It was just destroying her. And so at that time, at the time that she was passing away, I was teaching pole dancing still, and my mom on her deathbed, she knew me so well. And she's like, listen, I know you love pole dancing, but I see there's a lot more longevity for you if you were to pursue teaching yoga. And she had a point. I didn't think I would be, teaching pole dance at 80 years old, although I do hope that I can still swing around one at that age. But she knew me so well that I didn't even question it. I immediately signed up for yoga teacher training, and that was the first of several teacher trainings to become a yoga therapist. And that's when yoga became my lifeline, really learning to understand the philosophy, the history, and the principles of yoga, and how we look at mind, body, spirit to incorporate a full picture of health, not just the physical aspect. And really getting on my mat helped me to be present with these very difficult emotions of grief. It's the first time I'd ever lost someone in my life. And of all people, it was the closest person in my life that I lost first thing. So yoga really helped me to be present and to process that grief. And even though I ended up being stuck in that grief for several years, but yoga was the one thing that grounded me and helped me through that time. So that's where I got very interested, and especially also seeing her bedridden and seeing her body deteriorate, with all the medications and things that she was on. It spurred me to say, well, how can I bring yoga to people that are in bed? Because not everybody can go to a studio or a group class or put their leg behind their head. Again, not the point of yoga. And that's when I wanted to become a yoga therapist, because as a yoga therapist, what you do is you apply the principles of yoga to a person's health and well-being, and it incorporates a personalized assessment, goal setting, and lifestyle management to support them in healing whatever injuries and illnesses. And so since 2013, I have helped people with various ailments, including herniated discs, scoliosis, spinal stenosis, Alzheimer's, anxiety and depression, cancer, knee pain, neck pain, back pain from various causes. And I've really become fascinated with how can we support ourselves? How can we support our health from a mind, body, spirit perspective? And for me personally, yoga therapy is a wonderful supplement to whatever other healing protocol or healing modality that you are using for your health issue. So me personally, I like to marry both medical and holistic practices together, meaning that if I'm dealing with a health issue, I will go to the doctor, I will take all the blood work and the necessary tests, and I will get a proper diagnosis so I know what I'm dealing with. And then I ask a lot of questions. I research. This is something that, this is an intention of mine with this channel, is that I'm wanting you to become your own advocate. Be willing to ask questions and explore what are some possible avenues that you can look at for your own healing. There are answers. There's so many natural healing modalities out there, and I discovered a lot of them, especially in the last 1 to 2 years, because that's when I got hit again with some pain and struggle. And that's when, let's put it this way, I was always the person, especially after seeing my mom go through all the things she went through with her journey through cancer. I then became even more interested in how do I be proactive about my own health. And I was the person that was exercising, meditating, eating right, and doing all the right things. And yet about 1 to 2 years ago, I had a weird slew of health issues that just hit me seemingly out of nowhere. And in a nutshell, and I share about this, by the way, in my series, Healing Health Issues Naturally. I'll link that below in the description. And in a nutshell, basically in the last 1 to 2 years, I had back pain from lordosis, leaky gut and major gut issues, an ovarian cyst. What else? Many symptoms of basically fibromyalgia. So it was chronic fatigue, difficulty concentrating, brain fog, intense physical pain and spasms, primarily in my lower body. I could not exercise my lower body for several months. I couldn't even walk up and down stairs. So you can imagine this was a huge shock for me. I even, a lot of my friends even asked, like, Michelle, what's going on with you? You're the healthiest person I know. Like, what's the deal? And that's when I was like, I threw my hands up and I'm like, I don't know anymore. Like, I just, I've seen also with my own clients over the years of some of them taking purely medical avenues and taking, medications and things that just brought on all sorts of side effects and didn't end up helping them with their health. So now dealing with my own health issues, that's when I became like even more, okay, what the heck can we do to support ourselves? And so I did a ton of research. I asked a lot of questions and I discovered a whole bunch of healing modalities, natural healing modalities. And I shared that in those videos in that series, Healing Health Issues Naturally, because I have healed all of those things. And so my intention with this channel is to encourage you, to empower you, to inspire you to take action, to know that there are so many possibilities for you to support your health and well-being in a more natural manner. So I'm not saying that medicine is a bad thing. I think there's a place for it, but I think more and more, at least with my own experience, I've been seeing how it just falls short of really supporting us, I believe, the way that we should be supported from a mind, body, spirit perspective. It's not just about taking a pill or having a surgery and calling it a day. There is so much more that goes into our health, our emotional well-being, our mental well-being, our spiritual well-being. So that's my intention with this channel, and if there's anything in particular that you would like to know about within the health and wellness arena, by all means, please comment below, send me any questions, let me know. I want to be here to help you, to support you and encourage you. So by you leaving comments below and letting me know what you want to hear about, this is very helpful to me as well. And there's a ton more stuff that I'm interested in sharing with you, more about our gut health, how to get your gut health in line, because let me tell you, 70% of our immune system is in our gut. So your immune system is going to be affected. Also, your hormones are largely affected if you have gut issues. So I definitely want to share stuff around that. Things of how you can reduce your toxic overload in your life from everyday products that you're using that are likely, filled with toxins, which I also discovered in the last couple of years and have been switching out over time. So there's so much. I want to share more yoga with you, more meditation, anything to help support your health and well-being from a mind, body, spirit perspective. So if you like that sort of thing, please give this a video a thumbs up and let me know in the comments below again what you'd love to hear more of. I'm here for you. I want to support you, and I thank you so much for being a part of this community. And if you want to continue getting more videos like this, you can hit the subscribe button, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one.